never know. Now her hair is starting to curl. She's 10 years old. It is starting to curl and hold a curl. So when it gets wet, it curls up a little bit, but it's real loose.
What you got me listening to?
As she gets older, just
This
like my
is the
oldest
girl
child,
from last night.
curl up a
Mute.
little bit more.
What am I
But
looking at here? Dude look fresh, bro. He waiting to talk.
I don't
TikTok, we don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. Again, we don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. Guys, continue to comment. We love TikTok Shop. Let's tap the screen. Let's get these likes up to 45K likes. Moderators, let's get a poll. Thank you, Lady Cat, for the gifts. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. Yes, we love TikTok Shop in the comment section. Tap the screen share live. Want to keep this live up as we continue to listen to the conversation that we had last night with Mr. and Mrs. Harris. Miss Harris fetishizes black men.
Got her in the background. In your background.
date black men that are racist. I've had to deal with situations where I've had to get my husband out of situations with police officers and keeping them from holding pew-pews.
Since we're talking about racism, everyone knows from the YT people. Okay, let me break it down. Now, in regards to my situation as a black man, okay, when it comes to my mixed, and I'll repeat it and reiterate again, my mixed and diverse culture, you know, because of my actual color, you know, and my actual...
One second, Mr. Harris. Dollhouse, check the Discord immediately for me. Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. So, because of my actual color itself, okay, he classifies himself as black. Cool. But you don't realize as a black man, as far as racism goes, everyone goes on YT people and you're racist against this, that, and the third. When you introduce that white woman or YT woman to, you know, your livelihood, your life, this, that, and the third, and realize just how racist your own people can be, you know, just based on your choice in a spouse.
I have to interject.
No.
Why you gotta interject, bro? Who's that?
I can't do it anymore.
No, let him finish everything. Let him and his wife finish everything that they're...
Okay, cool. Well, let me get to it. But what I'm saying is, I was denounced by my own mother just based on my choice in a spouse because of her color. Haven't talked to her in almost 10 plus years. My children, she knows nothing of. My family, they know nothing of. Literally, when I say because of my choice, my siblings are the only ones who actually have, you know,
spent the time to get to know me and our children.
Literally, that know my wife and know our children, so on and so forth. Everyone else disappeared. Oh, he married a white woman. He's less of a man. He's this, that, the third. Uncle Tom, that dude. The list goes on.
Right, but it's the same on my side.
And exactly.
My side does the same thing. They don't like that I married a black man.
Society to earbeat the YT people in regards to racism, I'm sorry, that is on both sides. Because it literally, in other words, I screwed up the gene pool. But come to find out, well, hell,
what?
How did I screw up the gene pool? I'm just following suit with what y'all did already. So when it comes to, you know, trying to figure out, you know, who you are as a man and then turn around and marry a YT woman and then turn around and get slapped in the face for it, you know, it's BS, my opinion.
Do you see a difference in dating a white woman?
TikTok, we don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. This live is for entertainment purposes only. We do not support any violent actions. We do not support anybody trying any of the things that are listed in this live at home. This live is for entertainment purposes. This live is for educational purposes only. We don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. Keep tapping and sharing. Keep tapping and sharing, guys.
Black woman?
I'm just be real. Hell no. No. All women. And mind you, I got my wife sitting here. I'm be real. I'm be honest with you. 100% with her sitting here. I've dated all kinds of women. All kinds of damn races, this, that, and the third.
Okay, Mr. Harris, you don't sound like you're the problem here. Like the majority of the stuff that you have said, I might, you know, when I went back and told you about the hair comment, I might have corrected that, but I don't have a problem with people who are like you. And heavy on, I'm talking to Mr. Harris only, who dates everybody, right? You're not dating for race, you're dating for love. And race is not a deciding factor in dating for you. You're telling me that you've dated everyone. Yep. The people that I'm talking about is unfortunately people like Miss Kristen, who said that she only dates black men. And my only question is, why is it that she excludes any other race? Like, what is it about black men that she can't find in other races of men? For instance, I don't like the fact that your family discriminated against you for the person that you chose today, or your mom, I should say. She discriminates against your children and calls them MUTT. We don't support that, and that is not a word that it should be used to describe multiracial or biracial people. It is dehumanizing. It is problematic. Monoracial black people should not do that. Biracial black people should not use that word. It is dehumanizing and it is problematic. I don't support that. I find that to be anti-black, especially if your children phenotypically present as black and they're being called these names by their grandmother. That is anti-blackness. However, like, as far as the things that your wife is saying, unfortunately, they've made me very uncomfortable. She's made me uncomfortable for the past couple of days when she's came into my live in the comment section and making a mockery of me. I understand you disagreeing with me, but making a mockery of me and speaking about me as if I'm an unintelligent being because you.
Hey, honey, I think you have the wrong person because I don't know.
I don't have the wrong person, Kristen. You've been commenting on my live for the past couple of days because you were in my Eb and Bratz live. That is also my page. That Eb page, it says Eb and Bratz. That's the name of that page. That's also my page. You've been in my live for the past couple of days and you've been commenting. So I don't have the wrong person.
What comments did I make that made you upset? That I have a black husband and I've only dated black men until I found a husband that I appreciated?
Well, you didn't say that in my comment section. I didn't assume that about you. I just thought that you misread my topic and you thought I felt like all interracial relationships were problematic, and I didn't feel like that. You didn't say that you only dated black men until you came on my panel. It's just the fact that you were laughing at me when I called something racist and talking to me like I was stupid that upset me in my comment section in the previous days. But also the fact, like, I'm uncomfortable with the idea of a white tea person referring to a black person as food. Chocolate, he's not chocolate. He's a man, he's a human being. And unfortunately, with historical context, white tea people did used to eat black people. It is true. We used to be skinned and ate by white tea people. I'm not saying that you do that.
And lick your face.
I'm not saying that you did that at all. I'm not saying that
tomorrow I'm gonna lick your face.
I'm not saying that you eat black people. I'm just saying it's uncomfortable to hear because historically white tea people did eat black people. They literally used our teeth for their teeth. They literally used our babies as alligator bait. So certain things, you have to watch what you say and watch what you do. That wasn't okay.
I mean, keep in mind, I'm new to all this, so I'm not sure exactly what transpired with my wife and whatever comments that went on your page, but
yeah, Willie, give me a second and I'll open up the Discord, beloved.
That she's always been the one who's been second out because she is different, because she didn't fit in with the ones who say you should do, because she chose this is what I want. So what I mean by that is because you actually had a preference, your preference was not good enough because it didn't fit into society and it did not fit in with your family because you were changing the gene pool. You were changing things. And when you change things, it involves others. And those others had to defend you. Unfortunately, those others did not want to defend you. So they disown you. And that's the issue.
Right, so, Mr. Harris, my thing is, this sounds like very weird. Respectfully, like changing the gene pool. Race is not based off of genetics. Race is not biological, and it starts to give a lot of eugenics. It just gets really weird when we start talking about mixing races. Like, we should be dating people for people, not what race they are, not to change the dating pool or the gene pool or change the perspective of our.
Let's say gene pool, and I'm talking you're changing color.
Let me just be clear, cut and dry. Biracial children are not here to end racism. And we got to stop acting like that's what interracial relationships are doing, and that is what they are for.
That's very true, but at the same time, with those multicultural children, those biracial children, they're only classified as one. Either you're this or you're that, not what you. So at this
Y'all breaking
who has a preference towards a specific race. And ultimately, that race, not just a type, just that race, and that family is opposed to and what you like based on keeping that gene pool that's. And when I say that, you realize that when you mix black with white or YT, whatever the hell, unfortunately, that gene takes over. So
that's not true. And you
and I can just prove this. I can see your pictures in the whole 9 yards.
You just said that your youngest child, you just always told us that your youngest child, typically presents as white. Biracial children can come out looking any way. I have a mutual who's black and her husband is Asian, and she said her children look white. A black woman is black, an Asian man, and she procreated with him, and her children look white. So no, we cannot continue to go around and make
the children look white. Exactly.
We cannot go around and continue to make the argument.
Very true, and I agree. I agree exactly what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, my daughter still has ethnic features. Yes, her skin tone may be lighter than most. Her hair may be straighter than most. But at the same time, she still has those physical ethnic features.
What's the features?
Between her,
She looks like her daddy.
literally, she looks
Just
like
light
me.
skin.
Got the nose,
Just as white
got
as
the
I
eyes, the whole 9 yards.
Why did you call her white? If
So what?
she phenotypically produces black, he has a black nose and black lips.
She's literally
Light
just.
skin does not.
So to be clear, y'all heard them say that the baby was white earlier and that nobody knew she was black until her dad came and picked her up, right? I just want to know. Because I let them talk for a very long time. And they dug a really deep hole for themselves and then lied their ways out. Anyways, I want y'all to comment. We love TikTok shop in the comment section to boost the live on the algorithm. Tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Hopefully after this, when we reboot, we're back on the For You page. I don't know. We're going to continue to listen to the conversation that we had last night with Mr. and Mrs. Harris on the basis of Mrs. Harris fetishizing black men.
She's just as pale as my wife. No, she's literally just as pale as my wife.
Okay, but
she literally
pale,
didn't.
Sir, what I'm telling you is being pale does not equal white. There are light-skinned black people. They have always existed, sir.
Yeah, very true. That's my point.
Right,
so your point is to separate races in regards to why does my wife prefer an actual, race over one another? Okay, cool. She doesn't like that pale race. Okay, cool. She likes the darker ones. Here we are. So if she was racist or anything, I wouldn't even be here.
So, Mr. Harris, if your wife was attracted to darker complected people, there are dark-skinned Asian people, there are dark-skinned indigenous people, and there are dark-skinned Pacific Islander people, as well as dark-skinned black people. So why would she only be dating black men if she's attracted to dark skin?
I'm thinking it's more so a persona, not just dark skin. It's more too.
Black men. There are light-skinned black men.
Very true. Very true.
Dark skin, but there are light-skinned black men. We just established that.
Yeah, very true. It's more so. She didn't. But at the same time, when it comes to black men, we're talking about the persona itself. We're talking about the culture. We're talking about we're talking about everything. So it's not just, hey, okay, well, I only like this one because they're darker than most. No, you have Asians, literally, just like you said.
Asian people
just as dark as me. You got Ethiopians who are white, dark in between this and the third. You got Australians.
Ethiopian is not a race. Australian is not a race, sir.
Huh?
Australian is not a race. Ethiopian, those are not races, beloved.
Well, the actual indigenous people were black there in Australia, so it actually is. So
indigenous people in Australia are referred to as black. It isn't spelled the same way, and it's not the same racial classification of black that we have here in the United States.
That's because they're multicultural, hence why Australia is the way it is. Australia is multicultural.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to mute you, Mr. Kristen, and I'm sorry, Mr. Harris and Miss Kristen, because I cannot allow indigenous erasure here on my panel. TikTok, we don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. We don't support any statements that are demeaning or stereotyping and generalizing any demographic of people. This live is for educational purposes only. I need y'all tapping the screen and sharing the live, guys. Comment, we love TikTok shop. Let's get the likes up. Let's try to get to 80K likes if y'all can. Kristen, why did you run? Why did y'all run? I was having fun. Why did y'all run? Why did y'all leave?
And then Pat finna tear into them. Just wait.
My man is the best. And I just realized Goop is still here.
I'm so sorry.
He's dating for the culture. I'm not in the mood.
I do apologize. But Kristen, I'm going to send you a request because I still do see you in here. So I'm going to invite you up. Hopefully, you accept the request. Vic, you some time to think on it. You and your man while we talk to Goop, but I did send you a request to come back up. In no way, shape, form, or fashion, where y'all drop off with my panel, me and my co-host are not judging the debate or the conversation. And I was not trying to demonize your wife in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just didn't like the things that I heard. I do believe it can be corrected and it can also be unpacked. Unfortunately, a lot of problematic things were said, and it's just not my fault. Can we not blame me?
Best.
This man was sitting next to his wife while his wife literally just said, "It's because of the skin. It's because of the stereotypes." He was sitting right next to her, and she's proving the point. Oh my God.
Oh God. I don't even know. Today drained me. That was one of them ones like, Kristen, I did not expect you to be this problematic when you came up here. But we just let y'all talk and talk. Go ahead, twin.
Go ahead. You want to?
It was nothing short of ignorance and nonsense. I mean that with the utmost respect. Kristen, that is how I pronounce it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kristen, why did you refer to your husband as a food item?
Just something that is done out of joking between me and him. He is my milk lover.
Somebody find them, please. Find them.
Oh, if
Send them to live.
The at name.
Food items for people
Hold
that
on.
look like you. Let's
Turn your camera and show so they could go spam them.
I don't got it. I have it in my notes. The at name is Blessed Wife.
Somebody put it in the comments.
Or put Blessed.
Put it in the poll. Put it in the poll. Somebody put in the poll. I'm not a mod.
Girl, Blessed Wife 54. And then his at name is well, that's not his at name, but his screen name is Marcel J. Harris. His screen name is Marcel J. Harris. Her screen name is Kristen Harris, and her ad name is Blessed Wife 54.
Sorry.
It's a special place in hell for white women who only date black men.
At times.
If y'all are mods, please put it in a poll. I am not a mod.
He is a food.
Nor am I. Huh?
You do not need to know about that.
I mean, you asked. So
She said she
I
had him
never
in her
asked you,
mouth.
do your man be in your mouth?
What?
Call him a
What's going on?
No, I never asked why you call him. I never asked you why you call him
That's,
food.
but that's between. That's
Wait,
between
hold
like
on.
I
Where
said,
did he go?
between
Hold on. Where did he go?
Oh my God.
You corrected him. Your wife did. That's why he left.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, here we are. Well, as far as milk chocolate, hell, my mother even referred to me as that.
Oh, this just keeps getting better.
It makes it okay. Your mother fetishizing dark-skinned children. Your mother fetishizing dark-skinned children because she was biracial and she was having an identity crisis, and therefore fetishizing dark-skinned men based off of their blackness is colorist and problematic.
That's
That
the
was
point.
okay for her to refer to you as
She
chocolate.
changed it to Blessed Wife 53. Why'd she change her?
Okay for your wife to mimic the behaviors that you saw your mother had, but it manifests as racism.
No, she changed it.
Racial biracial children.
I fetishize my husband.
Yeah.
What?
Completely normal.
What?
And I am sorry, you do not have the right relationship to be married.
What?
Love it.
Oh,
Wait, pause that.
having a
So as a bigger girl, if my husband was like, yes, I do fetishize my big wife for being big, is that what she's basically saying? But in terms of race?
Oh my God, TikTok, we don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. Again, we don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. We don't support any statements that are demeaning or stereotypical to any demographics of people. This is an educational and entertainment live only. Comment, we love TikTok shop, guys. Tap the screen out. That's exactly what she's saying, Scott.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm on this right page.
You know, he continued to defend this. Like,
he's sitting there accepting this?
Yes, and had the nerve to be trying to get into
accepting this?
Yes. Get rid of this echo because it's about to get buckle up. Put your seatbelt on because it's about to get crazy.
For somebody, I have a fetish for my husband. If you do not have a fetish for your spouse, you should not be married.
Are you done talking for long enough so I can make an argument?
You're so right about that. You ate that. You did
what?
Sorry, and it's upsetting me.
Our big one was done. I just need to put this in a note.
Well, I'm gonna go fetish some rich men. Hopefully, I get one.
Fetish.
Cause this is crazy.
Husband, I don't need to be married.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Reiterated that word. It is I have.
You were writing all this down?
Yes, that's how I told you what happened. I read it from my notes. It's giving Sapphire.
And document a lot of shit before that, but I had to.
That's what I was doing that day with my iPad pen. So when we had that live with Taz, I was jotting down everything she said.
Thank you. Let me take my notes.
I'm gonna define 3 terms, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, simple as that. I'm gonna give 3 definitions, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. Right?
I can't believe I got work every day. Like, oh my God, this should be illegal.
Fetishize is defined as to make a fetish of, treat or regard with fetishism, right? Second word we're going to define is fetish, right? Within the context of this conversation, a fetish speaks towards, right, an object or bodily part whose real or fantasized presence is psychologically necessary for sexual gratification, and that is an object of fixation to the extent that it may interfere with complete sexual expression, right? We have now defined for you what it means to fetishize by defining for you what it means to be a fetish, right? Now we are going to define for you racial fetishization. Right? Understand now, the context of fetishism is being changed because we are now defining fetishism on the basis of race. Listen in close. Racial fetishization is the objectification of individuals on the basis of their race or ethnicity. It involves viewing people as objects of desire or fantasy, and often reduces them to stereotypes or exaggerated traits. This can lead to harmful consequences, including dehumanization, reinforcement of stereotypes, and exploitation of the demographic of individuals. Now, my question that I'm going to pose to Kristen, Mr. Harris, whoever's ready to answer me, right? How can you argue that you are not fetishizing your husband on the basis of his race when his race is a fundamental deciding factor for why you are with him? And then the second part of that question is, right, because you've made the claim that you believe that not all white women who only date race. Second part of the question, I've asked this question multiple times now, nobody's been able to give me an answer. What is it about Black men that white women who only date Black men find so attractive that they cannot get from any other racial demographic of men? Let me know if you need me to repeat any of those questions for you so that they're clear.
The pink skin and the light-ass skin does not attract me. I was attracted as if I had a type. Is one thing.
Oh my God.
Talking about white men, I asked you why you only date Black men. There are 5 racial
That's what I'm attracted to.
So sorry, I was speaking. There are 5 racial demographics in the United States of America. You keep telling me that's what you're attracted to? I already heard that. I asked you why. Right? I didn't ask you what. I asked you Why? It's a very specific question. Why are you only attracted to black men? What is it about black men that you find attractive that you can't find in any other demographic of men? Do me a favor this time. Instead of telling me all the things you hate about white men, actually tell me why you only date black men.
Are you ready for my answer?
I'm listening.
Okay. For the same reason, people are attracted to people of certain hair color, certain eye color, certain lip sizes, certain shapes and body shapes. I preferred a darker skin.
Get where? What?
To my white race because of how I was raised in a racist ass
What's her
family.
at name right now? What's her at name?
I want to be with anybody that talks that way. I wanted to be.
Wait. 1 second.
I can't even finish. You asked me a question. I'm finished.
Can you repeat that answer? I didn't get everything.
What's her at name right now? I'm DMing her as soon as I get up this live.
Fun Vibes is Javon.
No. Yes, it's me.
Somebody
Hello.
report him. Report him.
She don't want to be anything that thought that way.
Right? I didn't want to be with somebody.
Other reasons.
Because there is no reason to look at a black person as different than a white person other than the color of their skin. That is what.
Hold up. You said the hair color. You dated black
Size, body shape.
Oh.
Right? For the same reason people have
Hold on.
I'm attracted to
No,
some
babe. Chill out. No,
Isn't Bay AAVE? Don't call that wigger that.
Before I allow this next statement to be said, I need y'all commenting. We love TikTok shop and tapping the screen.
Oh, it's that
It's
bad?
been a lot about TikTok. We don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. This live is for entertainment purposes only. We don't support any sexual exploitation. We don't support any gender-based violence. Again, this live is for educational purposes only. We don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. This live is for educational purposes only. Can we get the 50K before I press play? We right there. And then we can get back to tapping. I'm about to press play as soon as
No,
we-
what y'all need to be doing is dropping gifts. I don't care if they little gifts, but y'all gotta drop gifts to protect the live. TikTok keeps it up when you drop gifts.
Man, what y'all need to be doing is tell her to come bring her pasty stuff over here.
Oh,
Come over
pasty.
here.
Well, I feel some kind of way. And not defending my wife, but I'm gonna just throw this out there.
Now,
Hold on, because I'm gonna say my piece. No, excuse me. No, I'm gonna say my piece and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Wait, don't gift me.
Talk. Okay, black man.
Thank you, but please don't gift me. Gift the host.
Okay. Can I talk?
if you want your phone.
Okay, cool. I'll go on my tone. Where I am is, how are we sitting here defining, racism in the choice of color? But I want society right now to be in a position to where you have to choose what a human is now, based on what you are, what you choose to be, and so on and so forth.
What?
He's not even saying anything.
Bro, I'm sorry. No, I have an answer. I have an answer.
I don't even get the question.
Wait,
Didn't even get the pun.
pronouns that I can even pronounce. Hold on, I have an answer for you. Go for it.
Did you say
So
pronouns?
the point here is, he said, how are we worried about choice of color and being racist? We need to worry about choice of pronouns.
Race.
Oh.
Race and-
Him and his wife are going to go on mute, and eventually what they're going to say is, she has a type in dating just like people prefer women or men.
That's the same thing.
So trying to, So, but he heard.
Okay, so that's actually backed by science, not whatever this is.
So he heard Pat's voice and started.
Start glitching.
Yeah.
Homophobia. Let me brand myself.
Okay, let's get to it.
Blink black man.
Singing my theme song.
Oh my God, this is getting increasingly embarrassing. Put my comments on. Tap the screen. My cash app goes to my co-host refreshes to be completed. He is in college. He's making sure he has food for the next couple of days.
Did y'all clear his goal?
Yeah, we clear his goal.
Go there. I can't believe it. Go ahead.
Whatever.
That's point of view.
How are we still defining racism, but it's okay to excuse pronouns. It's okay to accept.
Talking about, sir.
You literally use a bunch of pronouns. What?
Oh God.
White, like, first racism has existed since the 14, 15, and 1600s. Like,
Devon,
y'all are
hush.
really dumb.
Devon, hush. This is considered over talking to the AI.
You finna run my theme song. We're back.
Butterfly in the sky.
Y'all comment we love TikTok shop and send gifts while the song is playing.
Take a
Look, it's a notebook with a rainbow. Oh.
Thank you, Ava. Ava was on our side last night, y'all. She was not going for what that white tea woman was saying.
Ava hit or miss.
Ava was over it, honey.
Ava, why you have Blasian in your bio?
Leave Ava
Her
alone.
bio is unhinged.
Leave Ava alone.
Welcome to
Audible, right?
What's the pronoun song?
We're gonna get her. No, she's coming. Don't worry, she's coming. She's next, right? Today, we're going to explain to you the difference between social constructs. We're going to be utilizing two different social constructs. We're going to be talking about gender and race. Firstly, to start off with gender, give me 1 second. We're pulling her up. To start off with gender, we must understand that gender is a social construction based off of two things: self-identification and presentation, right? Self-identification based on what society has decided that a gender is, right? Identifying with that aspect, as well as choosing to either actively present or actively presenting as what society deems to be that gender. For example, a woman is a woman because a woman looks like what he believes a woman to look like, and a woman identifies with what society has deemed a woman to be. So now we're going to run through the pronoun songs, explain the concept of pronouns and how they relate to you.
Sound a little bit muffled, twin.
Pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Says or ours or yours or we, mine or hers or him or he. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. So pronouns are personal and somewhat possessive. If you know what pronouns are, that will be impressive. Drop y'all pronouns in the comment section. There go my twin right there. Instead of saying Johnny went to the shops, you could say he went to the shops. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Instead of saying Rosie plays the drums, you could say she plays the drum. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. So pronouns are personal and somewhat possessive. If you know what pronouns are, that would be impressive. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Instead of saying Jim likes Tim's guitar, you might say Jim likes his guitar. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Instead of saying Julie likes Julie's car, you might say Julie likes her car.
That ate.
If you know what pronouns are, that will be impressive. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun.
Words within the context of conversation, a term that you use to identify yourself on the basis of your gendered identity. He, him usually refers to men. She, her refers to women. They, them refers to individuals who are non-binary, gender fluid, or do not exist on the premises of the gender spectrum. There are also premises of neopronouns. Those seek to identify the social construction of gender. Now let's understand two things, and I'm almost done.
Wait, can I have everybody drop their pronouns in the comment section? And also input that David must not also just use for people who are non-binary. but also in the context when there are multiple people that we are referring to, or just in general, honestly, where is Sasha? They went to the store. I mean, I know Sasha when I was on see her, but I just wanted to say they.
Thank you. That's a valid point. Thank you, Twin. Right. So there are a few fundamental differences between race and gender, right? Race and gender are both social constructs, meaning that they are not biologically determined, but they are created and defined by society. Now, the different things between race and gender is the metrics and requirements that need to be met in order for a classification to be met. With gender, right? Gender is a social construct, right, that exists beyond biology. It is not rooted in an individual's biology, right? And it has social impact on how you present within the confines of society. But at the end of the day, hold on. But at the end of the day, a gender is self-determined. Sex is biological, but gender is self-determined. An individual decides what their gender is.
Exactly, a choice. Explain that to difference
If you let me finish, I'll finish explaining it.
Make sure you are following me. Make sure you are donating to the Cash App and a sticker.
No, literally, explain what you're trying to separate based on gender equality.
Can you let him explain, please?
Who the hell is that? No, bro.
Explain, but you keep interrupting me.
He was eating Kofi and Pat up. Baby, he was eating Kofi and Pat up so bad. He said, "Who's that? Like, who's that? I don't know who y'all thought y'all was talking to, but y'all wasn't talking to Mr. Man." Ooh, honey.
Who the hell is that?
You're the one that's accused of fetishizing. Please shut the hell up.
You should probably change your Reading Rainbow song because LeVar Burton, the actor from Reading Rainbow, actually fetishizes white women and has mixed children. Thank you. You should probably change that shit.
Wait, hello, can you please stop cursing and yelling on my platform? I'm trying to gather my platform and I would not like to have to drop everybody off of my panel, especially because Goop K and Mama are not even saying anything in this moment. I need all of y'all to tap the screen. We need to get to 100K likes. There's 323 y'all in here. Share live and click this Cash App goes, y'all. It's only $24 left. I need us all to be respectful. Mr. and Mrs. Harris, I will allow y'all to speak the moment that refreshing is finished. I just need y'all to wait. Y'all will have as much time as needed to finish, and I will even put the live on Showtime to make sure that no one interrupts y'all. But I need
Go for it, brother. Keep speaking, man.
mute your mic, please. I need everybody to comment. We love TikTok shop in the comment section. TikTok is live for educational purposes only. We don't support any bullying, any harassment, and hate speech. Again, this live is for educational purposes only. We don't support any bullying, any harassment, any hate speech. My co-host Cash App is in the sticker. His school is currently being closed for a couple of days due to the hurricane. We want to make sure he has food. I'm able to eat. I did hear Kristen make a little chat about the Cash App and the sticker. I think how quickly we forgot that there are 3 hurricanes currently terrorizing people right now, and we need to make sure that our community is good. So yes, we are trying to knock out a couple of different crowd funds today. Let's not be rude or weird about them. Let's tap the screen. Let's share the live out. Let's get the panelists, if you agree with what they're saying, regardless of who they are. They're passing out education and or entertainment to you guys, so make sure we're getting them. Go ahead, Refresher.
Race and gender are both social constructs, but they are both characterized in different ways.
Where my twin go?
Social construct based on self-identification. An individual chooses their gender. Now, gender can be affirmed by sex. Those are cisgendered people whose gender aligns with the sex, right? The gender assigned at birth aligns with their biological sex. And then there are transgender people whose gender do not align with their sex. The gender assigned at birth to them does not align with their sex, and thus they choose to identify as something different. That is a self-identification. That is a conversation of individual turmoil and self-choice. Race is a social construction based on skin color and phenotypical attributes. These are not theoretical concepts.
Really, you say you're the only one who leaving comments on their videos?
They're not hormones that exist on the inside or outside. They are physical effing characteristics. I am black because of the way that I look, right? You cannot compare race to gender because one has a criteria that must be met based on physical characteristics, and the other has criteria that must be met based on self-identification. And the fact that you interrupted me at every step of me trying to explain with enthusiasm and respect to you this simple premise. Mind you, you have been talking for going on 30 minutes before I entered this conversation with my twin. I was on mute. I did not interrupt. When I wanted to interject, I was asked not to interrupt you. And I did that. Yet you could not give me common courtesy? Not cool, dude. Simple as that.
All right, Kristen and Mr. Harris, y'all are welcome to respond to the Kristen and.
Before we get to their response, a couple of y'all asked for the link to get in my Discord. I'm adding the link right now. It's only going to last for 30 minutes, which means y'all are going to have 30 minutes to join my Discord. There is a verification process. If you don't finish the verification process, you're going to be kicked.
30.
Yeah, literally.
Don't you know you guys have 30 minutes?
Is this the couple from yesterday? Y'all, please stop coming in here asking it. Yes, it is.
Unfortunately. Unfreaking fortunately. Oh, my clothes are dry. That means I have to fold them. Oh. I just want to go to sleep.
Y'all, let's get the 75K likes. We've been live for an hour. We had a total of 732 views, which means we're not really on the For You page. We're not really off of the For You page. When we restart...
I'm about to say you're reading a restart with this background, though.
Yeah, we will. Oh, God, they're going to take my last page. I can feel it. All right, y'all. It has been updated. Do I need to say this or something? Okay, let's get back to this audio. Yes, it's in the link in the bio.
Mr. Harris, y'all are welcome to respond to. Kristen, you have an Echo, beloved. So what I need for you to do is, if you have an iPhone, scroll your notifications bar down and scroll it back up, and the Echo should be going. Mama, there you go, running again. There you go, running. She's a runner. Guys, make sure y'all are following me for more conversations like this. Make sure y'all are following me. Okay, Kristen, try to unmute your mic now.
Did that work?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, that's our internet. Go ahead.
All right. Where'd he go?
I think he ended.
Mr. Refreshing?
He's on the panel.
All right, brother. So, I understand and respect your reading rainbow mythology, pronouns, and this, that, and the third.
Beliefs.
In other words, the point of bringing this up, to dumb it down as much as I can.
He dumbed
All
it
the
down
education
for us.
you went through in regards to pronouns, this, and the third, what you are, what you did.
Dumbing something down?
Racism is no different.
Oh, wait. So that we're clear, Mr. Harris, pronouns were learned in first grade.
I understand that, but
And your birth was,
speaking in
your gender
regards
was decided at your birth.
Exactly. I'm speaking in regards to pronouns.
Your gender was actually not decided at your birth. Your sex was.
That's really funny because we have gender reveal parties.
Okay, people having gender reveal parties are a social.
Wait, so gender reveal was her source?
She's stupid. Yo, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, that's funny because they think they eat when they do that. That's funny
That
because
doesn't make no sense. Like, that's gender and sex are not the same thing. That's why you have gender reveals. I think it's the same concept, and it's not.
Reviews are a social thing. When you
Hey, wait,
excuse me, Mr.
wait.
I'm not waiting about a thing. This is my panel. Hush.
No, that's fine. No, ma'am. That right there, thank you.
You're muted. Thank you. Gender reveals are a social thing. That is parents say the gender that they think that their child is. Only their child can decide their gender. If you want to say what gender your child is based off of their sex, that you find out what their sex is, because in the hospital you find out about sex, because sex is biological and not gender, that is your prerogative, but it does not mean that child cannot still identify as otherwise, beloved. Period, point blank. Don't
We love
piss me
TikTok
off.
shop in the
I've been
comment
very
section. We love
respectful.
TikTok shop in the comment section, y'all.
Very respectful.
Is it my turn?
Oh, that's Baby K.
Okay, I just got home, so I really didn't hear much. So can y'all inform me of what I missed, please, during my time?
I actually took notes of the entire interaction here with Mr. and Mrs. Harris. They said that they experienced racism from both sides of their family.
I heard
They said that
that.
his mom had good hair and was a light-skinned biracial. Oh, you need me to skip down to the middle?
Yeah, because I just didn't hear the part, like, right after I stopped talking, that's when I started leaving and back up. I just got home, so I was like, turned out because I was in my Uber.
Okay, did you hear them say that their child was white?
I think so.
Okay, what about when she said she didn't like pink?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard when she started talking about, like, she didn't like white men, she only dated white men, that little chocolate stuff. When they was talking about that kid, the good hair, it was.
Okay, so now he's cut to, he said, how are we defining racism and a choice of color? Society is in a place to choose what you are based on pronouns. How is that okay, but we worried about racism? So essentially he's saying, how is people gender identity okay when people are non-binary and their pronouns and being transgender, but we worried about people dating and being racist? Because for somehow every time we're talking about this, they start getting transphobic. I don't know why.
Ooh, how did we get there? They crashed out. Lord, why y'all crashing out, Kristen, Harris, Mr. and Mrs. Harris? Why y'all crash out? Y'all was doing good. Y'all was doing kind of good. Y'all remember where I was? I was right when you started talking about how the stuff you dislike with Miss Harris. That's where I cut off. That's exactly where I cut off.
Yeah, I'm gonna read those really quickly. Hold on, let me give myself an interview before Kofi. Do I got enough time? No. So really quickly, I said that she made me uncomfortable. They ran from my panel after they gaslit me. They came back up. She said if she didn't have a fetish for her husband, no, she said if I don't have a fetish for my husband, I don't need to be married. She said that she has a fetish for her husband. Devious didn't enter the debate. He asked her, why does she only like black men, or what does black men have that she prefer? She said that she does not like pink and light. He then interjected and said, I'm sorry, I did not ask you what you dislike about white teen men. I asked you what you like about black men. She said she was attracted to dark skin. She said her parents were racist and she did not like that. She said she likes black men, hair color, lip size, and body shape. Now her husband is yelling and defending her because now he is mad. Her husband was then told to fix his tone. He did. He said, how are we defining racism and the choice of color when society is in a place to choose what you are based on your pronouns? How is that okay, but we are worried about racism? Okay, go ahead.
I just want to say, dear black man, please, I need y'all to realize that some of y'all are being used as little psychology experiments. You were raised in a racist home and you internalized that by now fetishizing black men, which means that those same racist ideas that you were being fed with within your family home, you internalized that in a different way and started fetishizing black men using the same tropes that black men have been used to demonize black men. Like, you don't realize that. And then
Don't worry about my crunching in my chips, honey.
wife talk about, she's like food. Oh,
worry about
so
you.
delicious chocolate. Like fetishizing you. You're sitting there trying to defend it and getting buck at us.
Don't clock me.
I have no words. What do you want me to say?
I have no words. You're lost. Like, are you not hearing what she's saying right next to you? Like, what?
That's what you call, my friends, cognitive dissonance. He's hearing what she's saying, but he's not processing it, whether it's on purpose or, for
Black men, are y'all okay? No, like no, for real, y'all okay?
or is no.
This is crazy.
Y'all see my account in the comment section?
Did you just say follow me, I get money?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, go ahead and report that account.
Typing in my notes.
Again.
I'm here from Kristen and her man again. Because I did think Kofi's question was a good question. Mr. Harris, you are getting buck with us in Kofi's words and yelling at us because we're calling out your wife for fetishizing you based off of your blackness and your dark skin. Are you not hearing what she is saying on the side of you?
So let me get this right. Black girls called you ugly?
Oh my God.
What?
The black girls called you ugly. So
Oh my.
that the white girls called you handsome? If the black girls...
Umar was genuinely gagged. You mean to tell me that the white girls called you handsome?
Hello?
You're getting upset with us for calling out your white tea woman for fetishizing you and calling you food, as well as saying she does not like pink, so she likes dark, even though there are pink black men. And saying that is why she only dates black men because of their lip size, their body shape, and their hair color. Fetishizing black men. Are you not hearing what is being said beside Betty? Pose for me. And real cute. No, tell me. Hey. I'm sorry.
Refreshing to what you represent and who you are. I'm just be honest with it.
What are you talking